A Nonviolence Website Guide. Chapter 1. Nonviolence Websites 1. Global Nonviolent Action Database of over 1,000 events. nvdatabase.swarthmore.edu. Database of Nonviolent Activist Events. Nonviolence Websites. warresisters.org/nva.hdm, The Nonviolent Activist. Traumaandnonviolence.com, Power Under, Trauma and Nonviolence. actagainstviolence.apa.org, Act Against Violence, from the APA. bernicezandler.com/id46.hdm, Friends raping friends, could it happen to you? cnvc.org, Center for Nonviolent Communication, global nonprofit organization. colorado.edu/csbv, Center for the Study and Prevention of Violence. Domestic violence, sexual assault, and domestic violence. mingcava.umn.edu, Center Against Violence and Abuse, Electronic Clearinghouse. ncadv.org, National Coalition Against Domestic Violence. ncovr.heinz.cmu.edu, National Consortium on Violence Research. ndvh.org, National Domestic Violence Hotline, has database of shelters. Nonviolence.org, news, links, forums, and more. ovw.usdoj.gov, Office on Violence Against Women, U.S. Department of Justice. rcnv.org, Resource Center for Nonviolence, Educational and Activist Group. wcfia.harvard.edu/ponzacs/research/panda_idea.htm, project to assess nonviolent direct action, PANDA. The dead website nonviolence.org. It has good articles. Find it at https://web.archive.org/web/20140209111531/http://www.nonviolence.org. twitter.com/nonviolencerg. feeds.feedburner.com/nonviolence. facebook.com/nonviolencerg. Nonviolence websites at web.archive.org/web/20140209111531/http://www.nonviolence.org. ajmusde.org, AJ. Must Memorial Institute. Cairns PEACEBpeace.org, Piece by Piece of Cairns, Australia. commondreams.org, Common Dreams. episcopalpeacefellowship.org, Episcopal Peace Fellowship. fatherjohndeere.org, Father John Deere. forusa.org, Fellowship of Reconciliation. gospelnonviolence.com, gospelnonviolence.org. guardian.co.uk, Guardian UK. igc.apc.org, Institute for Global Communication. indiemedia.org, indiemedia.org. jewishpeacefellowship.org, Jewish Peace Fellowship. lutheranpeace.org, Lutheran Peace Fellowship. maryp.org, Middle East Research and Info Project. emojones.com, Mother Jones. newsociety.com, New Society Publishers. nisbco.org, Center on Conscience and War. noteinourname.net, Not in Our Name. nwtrcc.org, nwtrcc. paxchristiusa.org, Pax Christi USA. peacemagazine.org, Peace Magazine. peacemakersguide.org, Bruderhof Peacemakers Guide. peaceresponse.org, Peace Response. peacetaxfund.org, National Campaign for a Peace Tax Fund. peacetaxpayers.org, Peace Taxpayers. protest.net, protest.net. rcnv.org, Resource Center for Nonviolence. shawnacc.org, Nonviolent Action Community of Cascadia. syracuseculturalworkers.org, Syracuse Cultural Workers. thenation.com, The Nation. theotherside.org, The Other Side. trainingforchange.org, Training for Change. unitedforpeace.org, United for Peace. UTNE.com, UTNI Reader. Veteransforpeace.org, Veterans for Peace. ZMag.org, Zenit. Nonviolenceinternational.net, the website. Nonviolenceinternational.net, Facebook.com/nonviolenceinternational. X.com/NVINTL. YouTube.com/channels/UCP0RKGP0UP WSS2E__FXRBOA. Facebook.com/nonviolenceinternational. Nonviolent websites at nonviolenceinternational.net/shared_resources. Nonviolencenews.org, Nonviolence News. Tactics.nonviolenceinternational.net, database of nonviolent tactics. WagingNonviolence.org. Nonviolence.rutgers.edu/s/digital training archive. The Soul of Nonviolence. paycbany.org/soul-of-nonviolence-podcast. The Meta Center. metacenter.org. The Peace Alliance. peacealliance.org. Nonviolence Now. gandhiinstitute.org/nonviolence now, MK Gandhi Institute. gandhiinstitute.org. The Beautiful Trouble Toolbox. beautifultrouble.org/toolbox. The Yes Men. theyesmen.org/learn/book of tricks, book of tricks to help activist groups plan creative and impactful actions and campaigns. The Global Nonviolent Action Database. nvdatabase.swarthmore.edu. The International Center on Nonviolent Conflict. nonviolent-conflict.org/resource-library. trainings.350.org/for/organizers, 350's impressive resources for organizers. Black Lives Matter. blacklivesmatter.com/resources. The Commons Social Change Library. commonslibrary.org. IREX, an international exchange program to work with your nonprofit. IREX.org. meaningfulmovies.org, Meaningful Movies Project. Peace Builder. centerforpeacebuilding.org. The Resource Center for Nonviolence. rcnv.org. nonviolenceinternational.net/collective_wisdom_organizations, list of wonderful organizations. riverasun.com. gandhiinstitute.org. Chapter 2. Nonviolence Websites 2. Friends of Nonviolence International at nonviolenceinternational.net/r_partners. CJNV, Center for Jewish Nonviolence. HLT, Holy Land Trust. WAN, We Are Not Numbers. Isaiah Project. HERN, Hebron International Resource Network. IANSA, International Action Network on Small Arms. CA, Control Arms. Solidarity 2020 and Beyond. FFC, Freedom Flotilla Coalition. Unarmed Civilian Protection in Palestine Project. Organization for the Prevention of Violence, PreventViolence.ca. They engage in research and prevention-based activities that aim to mitigate hate-motivated violence. x.com/preventviolence?lang=n. ca.linkedin.com/companies/organization-for-the-prevention-of-violence. Violence prevention websites at preventviolence.ca/violence-prevention-resources. adfontismedia.com/interactive-media-bias-chart. skepticalscience.com/docs/conspiracy-theory-handbook.pdf. newslit.org. mediasmarts.ca. www.sblcenter.org/sites/default/SPLC_parol_parents_and_June_2021_final.pdf. info-radical.org. peace-ed-campaign.org. Nonviolence articles for school. =field_grade_field_mark field_categories_target_id=all. Many articles. The Nonviolence Resource Center at nonviolence.ca. The Nonviolence Resource Center. 75 Rue du Square Sir Georges Etienne Cartier, Montreal, QC. H4C3A1. CRNV at nonviolence.ca. 514-504-5012. x.com/crnv_Montreal. The Nonviolence Project Foundation. Nonviolence.com. Facebook.com/nonviolenceproject. Instagram.com/NVP Foundation. X.com/NVP Foundation. YouTube.com/user/nonviolence project. LinkedIn.com/company/the-non-violence-project. Nonviolence websites 1. Nonviolencenews.org. Nonviolence News. WRI-IRG.org, War Resisters International. Nonviolence NY Network. NonviolenceNewYork.org. Commemoration of the International Day of Nonviolence. UNPO.org Commemoration of the International Day of Nonviolence. The Meta Center for Nonviolence. Metacenter.org. RFI. RFI.FRF Reconnaissances. La Nonviolence face au monde en conflit, RFI. Anna Project. AnnaProject.org Nonviolence. Power of Nonviolence and Commitment to a Culture of Peace. en.wikipedia.org Wiki Nonviolence. kinginstitute.stanford.edu Nonviolence. Martin Luther King, Jr. ScienceForPeace.org. News.un.org. Nonviolence Day. Nonviolence websites 2. goodreads.com/book/show/1840570-the-nonviolence-handbook. iconw.org, International Campaign to Abolish Nuclear Weapons. peacepilgrim.org, Friends of Peace Pilgrim. warresisters.org. willpfuss.org, Women's Internations League for Peace and Freedom. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/the_politics_of_nonviolent_action. nonviolenceresources.com. want.org. globalzero.org. Anti-violence blogs. Masculinities 101, a forum for activist scholars in the field of men and masculinities. masculinitiesIes101.com. Voicemail Editors Blog. voicemailmagazine.org/editors-blog. Men Need Feminism, Jeff Pollitt. feministallies.blogspot.com.au. Michael Kaufman. michaelkaufman.com. Jack S. Kahn. jackcahn.com. The Achilles Effect, Boys, Masculinity, and Gender Stereotypes. achilleseffect.com. We Hunted the Mammoth, the New Misogyny, Tracked and Mocked. WeHuntTheMammoth.com. What Men Dare Do. Mendaredo.com. fem.men.ist, collaborative brainstorming and revolutionary heartstorming towards conscious community. fem-men-ist.blogspot.com. Masculinidades blog, Spanish. masculinidades.wordpress.com. Feminist Allies blog. feministallies.blogspot.com. Other and Beyond Real Men, The Promise of Male Liberation. Other and Beyond Conventional Masculinity, Charles Knight. Other Beyond drealman.blogspot.com. Responsible Men, Oppression, especially sexual and domestic violence. responsiblemen.wordpress.com. Daniel Mang's blog, in English, French, and German. hatifanatter.net/blog/2008/08/31/welcome-benvenue-will Kayaman. Radical Pro-Feminist, Toward a World Without White Male Supremacy. radicalprofeminist.blogspot.com. New Black Man Mark Anthony Neal. newblackman.blogspot.com. Seminole Sun, where one black man questions masculinity and patriarchy as he talks emotion and reparents himself. seminolesun.blogspot.com. Guy's Guide to Feminism. Guy's Guide to Feminism.blogspot.com. Byron Hurt, filmmaker, writer, activist, lecturer. BeHurt.com. No Cookies for Me. NoCookiesForm.blogspot.com. Mark Simpson on masculinity. marksimpson.com/blog/category/commentary/masculinity. The Man Files, Shira Tarrant. girlwpen.com. Gender Equality and Social Justice, in Hindi, Ravi Jina, Misva. lokabihayuday.blogspot.com. Working with Men and Boys, India-based. groups.yahoo.com/group/working with boys and men.